checked her makeup in the hand mirror. It's fine. She was sure she was beautiful. She already knew she was beautiful because of the men around her. She was someone who enjoyed life and lived comfortably. She was trying to decide which entertainment place to go to with her friends in the evening when her cell phone rang. She looked at the number on the phone. It was her mother. Hello, my daughter, how are you? I'm fine, Mom. What's the matter? I have a surprise for you. A surprise? Yes. A very old friend of mine has come to our city. So who is it? It's a surprise who he is. But I want you to pick him up. Me? Yes. He knows the park near your work. I told him to go to the park and meet you. I want you to go to the park and pick him up. Mom, I don't like these things. Why don't you do it yourself? Girl, I have a job for an hour or two, and she's a friend who knew you when you were a baby. She'll be happy to see you. Oh no. Okay. How will I recognize you? I described what you were wearing when you left the house. In that park, some of the seats are picnic tables. Sit at the first picnic table on the movie theater side of the park. He'll come and find you. Okay, Mom. Okay. Girl, do I ask you for something every day? I haven't sent you to pay a bill since I graduated from college, much less since I got a job. Don't get offended, I said, okay? Whatever that means. Anyway, come on then. Take the day off and get out. Don't keep me waiting. I'll finish my work and be right back. The young girl excused herself and went out. After a short walk, she arrived at the park. She realized that she had never lived in this park before. She and her friends always went to expensive, luxurious places of entertainment. She found the first table at the entrance that her mother had described and sat at the empty one. On the other side of the table sat a peasant woman and a little girl. She felt ashamed to be in the same place with them. If only my mother's friend would come quickly so I could get rid of them, she thought. The peasant woman called out timidly, "Excuse me, daughter, can I ask you something?" My daughter, she was getting more and more annoyed. What, you want to ask for an address? The woman lowered her voice in the face of the harsh outburst. No, my daughter, I wanted to ask something else. Ignorant people like you either ask for an address or money. The peasant did not even pay attention to the woman's blushing face. At that moment, he saw a middle-aged woman dressed in elegant and luxurious clothes approaching from a distance. Finally, he thought. As he stood up and tried to greet her, she walked past them. She sulked and sat back down. She saw a tear fall from the peasant woman's eye as she hugged the little girl next to her tighter and turned away to hide it, revealing a large burn mark on one side of her face. The young girl laughed meaningfully. Look, you can easily shed a tear, and you have an ugly burn mark on your face. What are you waiting for here? Go to a corner and open your handkerchief and cry. But don't think that crying will get you anything from me, okay? The woman couldn't stand it. You keep calling me ignorant. What ignorance did you see in me? Did I insult a woman I don't know in front of her granddaughter? Ooh, he knows how to talk. I was going to try to send my granddaughter to trainings and colleges, but when I saw you, I gave up. I was going to try to educate my granddaughter, but when I saw you, I gave up. As the old woman took the little girl and left the table, a smartly dressed woman approached the vacant seat. The young girl, who was getting ready to answer, gave up answering the old woman who was walking away when she saw the richly dressed, elegant woman. The old woman blocked the little girl's head with her hand as she tried to look back. After a while, the young girl's mother came to her in the park. Hello, my daughter. Where is your Aunt Zeynep? No one came, Mom. At last a lady came and sat next to me. She was just someone who came to rest. Oh my God. I had described her clothes very well. I don't know how she couldn't find you. There was supposed to be a little girl with her. The young girl paused for a moment. A little girl? Yes. Mom, we're rich, cultured people. Surely your friend is a rich, cultured person, right? Not uncultured, but not rich. Don't tell me she's a peasant woman. What do you call a woman from the village? Oh, fine. You're sending me to meet peasant women. Girl, we owed that woman a debt. At that time we couldn't give her anything for our debt. One day, when I need something, I'll knock on your door, she said, and today she knocked on our door. What does she want? He wants us to send his grandson to school. Your father will pick us all up in the car now and take us to school for enrollment. Mom, what do you owe that peasant woman? I don't understand. Her mother couldn't stand her daughter's angry tone. Daughter, we were in the village when you were a baby. So, I told you years ago, our house in the village burned down, so we sold the cows, horses, fields, everything we had and left the village. Yes, I remember. We didn't tell you any details about that fire for fear that you might get upset or resent us for leaving you home alone. I guess you will tell me now. Your father wasn't at home, so I went to the village spring to fill up with water. The wind, you call it lodos, sometimes blows backwards, upside down or something like that. When the wind blew in through the chimney while you were asleep in the crib, the embers splashed from the stove onto the wood and the fire started. When I saw the smoke from the spring and ran, the flames were all around. As I rushed to enter the house that looked like it would collapse soon, Aunt Zainab rushed out with you in her arms. I will never forget that scene. She was screaming when I took you from her lap. Why? When I rescued you, his right side was burned. You'll see there's a severe burn on your right cheek. He suffered a lot. Don't cry, I didn't know it would upset you so much. Okay, girl, your makeup is running, don't cry. Huh. Your father is here too. But Aunt Zainab still hasn't found us.